What's something about yourself that sounds like a complete lie?
I almost kissed Jared Leto, and I didn't.
Let me explain my awkwardness.
I'm gonna tag his ass because he needs to hear this shit too. So, I worked at a mall. He was walking through the mall. I saw his ass, so I jumped out of the store I was at, and I screamed, Jared! He turned around.
I'm screaming inside. I
asked what he was doing. He was just trying to find a ride back to the hotel.
Guess who has a car?
He agreed to let me drive him back to his hotel. Mind you, I'm still on the clock. I said, fuck y'all. I'm taking Jared Leto downtown. So here we are, driving in my old-ass car. And so I turn to him and I say, so what if I were to, like, kidnap you right this second? I'm a grown man. You should be scared of me kidnapping you. Like, for part 2. If I go viral for this, y'all will never see me again. No. Yes, people, this really did happen. I screened for him at the mall. Here we are at the mall. I was working. I look like crap. Oh. And this is later on day 2. I'm a little bit more presentable. Got my extensions in. I'm driving him to the hotel after, you know, just leaving work on the clock. Didn't give a fuck. I go to drop him off. He's leaning in. In my head, I'm screaming, oh shit, he wants a freaking kiss. So I lean in and I immediately look down and grab a pencil. Let me just give you my contact information. We're really close, face to face. So I give him my contact information. He gives me his. We're supposed to be hanging out later that night. But I made just the leaving of the car so awkward. I was just like, bye. He's still sitting there in shock like she didn't want to kiss me. Part 3.
Part 3. My God, you guys are brutal. So we had exchanged information. I just left the hotel. I'm going back to work. I'm freaking out. I called my dad. He was like the first person I called. I'm going on and on about how we're supposed to hang out tonight. I totally got stood up. But he does email me later that night. They were no longer out, and I think they were back just chilling at their hotel. And no, this was not an email like, hey, what are you doing? Come over with us. No. It was essentially an apology email. He was giving me VIP tickets for me and a friend, but I didn't want to tell him I'm already on the VIP list because my friend's band was playing. So now we're at the day of the concert. I am backstage. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm hanging out with all the other bands. Jared and Shannon, 30 Seconds to Mars, are kind of like hanging out in a different bench kind of far away from everyone else. So he didn't really approach me again until after the performance and all that fun stuff. So me and my friend are just kind of hanging out. Dang, part 4. Part 4. This is the part that I don't want to share. Me and my friend are waiting after the concert and, you know, just so we can follow up with him and talk to him again. He does. He walks over to us and he invites us to come onto the tour bus. Because that's where Shannon was talking to like a group of young kids about possibly becoming, I guess, musicians themselves. And he brought me and my friend to the back of the bus. Jared, I'm outing you right now, dude. Can you please tell me what was going through your head if you see this? So he's out there at the front with Shannon talking to the kids. And me and my friend are like trying on all the clothes that he had on during the performance. So we're just sitting there like basically having like a dress-up party. All fun and games. He comes back in. And he's talking to us, and then my friend gets into some weird shit. I don't know what she's talking about, but it changes the entire mood of the evening. Oh my God, I only had time for part 5.
Part 5, and we are done. So me and my friend are at the back of the bus, and unfortunately she did drugs, and I think he sensed that, and the conversation just, it went into a weird place. He's talking about Illuminati stuff. He's getting uncomfortable. And then the mood straight up changes. This is where I want to know what was going on in his head. Because here we are. I'm so excited that I'm hanging out with him. This was like my favorite band back in the day. It's like a decade ago. Even my friend who was like messed up, she gets uncomfortable. So Jared just hovers over me like this. This is in my face. Sorry for the crotch shot. Like, I get it. Celebrities just expect some things. Not all of them. Some do. But that was such a disappointing moment. And I went home